Unit 7 again is regarding 3D figures and finding the volume of these 3D figures. So we've already discussed how to solve for the volume of prisms, and we've compared the volume of prisms to the volume of pyramids. So today we're going to be solving for the volume of pyramids, specifically rectangular pyramids and triangular pyramids. So again, you'll see that pyramids have one base, right? This is a rectangular pyramid because it has a rectangular base with an apex at the top. This is a triangular pyramid because it has a triangular base with an apex at the top. Okay, so let's do some example problems. Start off with this one. Find the volume of the rectangular pyramid. Okay, so I'm just going to annotate my question. I'm looking for the volume of my rectangular pyramid. So my base is a rectangle, and I only have one base. That is all of the information I can get from this word problem. I'm looking for the volume. I know that my base will be a rectangle, and there's only one of them. So I go to identify my base. I see we have a pyramid, and there's only one rectangular shape. Sometimes these are hard to see, but I'm identifying and coloring in my rectangular base. Okay, that's relatively easy to see. Just visualizing what's happening here, right? Okay, where do I go from here? Well, I'm looking for the volume of this pyramid, and I don't remember the formula, so I'm going to my star chart to look for some help. So I see there's my volume section. Today we're talking about pyramids. So to find the volume of a pyramid, we're doing 1/3 the area of our base times our height. Okay, I'm just going to write that down. Volume equals 1/3 the area of our base times our height. Oh yeah, when we were comparing the prisms and pyramids, we found this to be true, right? That a pyramid is 1/3 the volume of a prism, so that makes sense. So I could have written it as base times height divided by 3, or 1/3 your base times the height. I'm just going to leave it like this. All right, so this is my area of my base, not just my base. So I need to replace this capital B with the formula to find the area of this base. I see that my base is a rectangle. To find the area of a rectangle is base times height. So I'm plugging in, okay, my area of my base will just be base times height. And then I'm going to multiply that by the height of my 3D figure. So I've written my formula and replaced my big B, area of my base, with the formula for it, for the area of my base. Now I can plug in. So I'm still solving for my volume. I know it's going to be 1/3 times something, right? My base of my base is 6 inches. I'm going to multiply that by the height of my base, which is 8 inches. The height of my pyramid is 20 inches. All right, now that I have plugged in my numbers, I can start solving. According to GEMDOS, I'll write that over here. GEMDOS. Okay, we have some brackets, so we can do that first. That's our grouping. I'll go ahead and do that first. 1/3, 6 times 8 is 48. And inches times inches is inches squared. So I followed my first step in GEMDOS. Check. We do not have any exponents. Now we're left with multiplication. So we're doing 1/3 times 48 times 20. So I'll just go left to right. 1/3 times 48 is 48 divided by 3. which 48 divided by 3, let's go ahead and do that over here. 3 goes into 4 one time. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down the 8. 3 goes into 18. 6, 12, 18, 6 times. I don't have any remainders. I don't have any more digits to divide. I'm done dividing. So 1/3 of 48, or 48 divided by 3, is 16 inches squared. And all we have left to do is multiply it by 20 inches. Okay. I'm going to simplify this. I'm just going to do, we have 16 times 2. I'm going to tack on a 0 afterwards. 6 times 2 is 12. Drop the 2, carry the 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So the volume is 320 inches cubed, because we did inches squared times inches again. And we know that with volume, we have cubic measurements. Okay, so our answer there, the volume of this rectangular pyramid is 320 cubic inches. And all we had to do was multiply. We didn't have, oh, we divided as well. But yeah, multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. Okay. All right. Let's try another problem. Find the volume of the triangular pyramid. Okay. So I see again that keyword volume. And this is a triangular pyramid, so my base is now a triangle. My pyramid is telling me that I have one base. All right, pulled all the information from my word problem, looking for my volume. I have a pyramid here. The base is a triangle. Look at all these triangles. We have lots of triangles, so we have to figure out which one of these is our base, right? So let's go ahead and try to identify that first. So I noticed that this triangle that's kind of laying flat also is giving us a height measurement. So this is our base. I'm coloring as much as I can while keeping the words here. Okay, so you can see my triangular base now, right? Okay, so I've identified where my base is in this triangular pyramid, and now I can figure out the volume. So again, I don't remember my formula for volume of a pyramid, so I'm going to my star chart, and I see, it is 1/3 the area of my base times my height. 1/3 of it, right? So I'm going to write that down. Volume equals 1/3. The area of my base times my height. Okay, my base is now a triangle. It is not a rectangle. So I'm going to plug in the formula for area of a triangle for my big B. Man, I cannot for the life of me remember this formula. Star chart. Area of a triangle. Oops. Area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Oh, okay, I can do that. 1/2 my base of my triangle and my height of my triangle. And then I'm going to multiply all of that by the height of my pyramid. All right, written my formula. I replaced the area of my base, big B, with the formula to find the area of my base. And now I plug in and solve. So 1/3. Now, I have that 1/2 for area of my base. The base of my base is 20 feet. 1/2 times 20. The height of my triangular base is 6. The height of my pyramid, look all the way to this point, this is called the apex of the pyramid, it's the very top. The height to that is 8 feet. Okay. I've plugged in all of my numbers, and I'm going to think about GEMDOS here. for what do I do first? I do grouping first. So I'm going to do these brackets. Volume equals 1/3. 1/2 times 20 is the same thing as 1/2 of 20, right? Or 20 divided by 2, which is 10. And now I need to just multiply it by the 6. So I'm still working within that grouping. Oops. I should not be writing this 8 in red. Okay. Volume equals 1/3. Now I can do 10 times 6, which is 60. And then my height of my pyramid is 8. Okay, I've done my grouping. I don't have any exponents. Now I'm on to my multiplication. All of this is multiplication. 1/3 of 60. It's 1/3 times 60, which is 60 divided by 3. So I'm going to make my life a little bit easier and just do 60 divided by 3. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. I still have one more digit to divide. 3 goes into 0 0 times. 3 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, now I don't have any remainders, and I don't have any more digits to divide. So I'm done dividing. Volume equals 1/3 of 60, or 60 divided by 3 is 20. And now all I have to do is multiply that by 8. So I'll do that right here, 20 times 8. 0 times 8 is 0, 2 times 8 is 16. So the volume of this triangular pyramid is 160 cubic feet. Okay. So, yeah, again, today we are discussing and solving for the volume of pyramids, be they rectangular or triangular. You are building your confidence in this skill.